Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel and happy Easter. Today we are doing 3 fun and easy Easter crafts for beginner sewers like me. So if you are just learning how to sew and you wanted some cutesy Easter themed things to make, you have found the right video. So let's get started. So first up, we are going to make some of these fabric reusable Easter eggs, and all you're going to need is 3 pieces of fabric, one that is slightly bigger than the other 2 to fit the entire egg, and of course you're going to need an egg template. I just drew out an egg and hoped for the best, but I guarantee you can find one online. And to fold all these pieces, I just used an iron to really crisp up the edge because I didn't feel like getting my ironing board and all that mess out, just was not feeling it. So a flat iron worked perfectly. So for the first smaller 2 pieces of fabric, you are going to sew on the fold. Now these are going to be your Easter eggs pouches so that you can store candy in your Easter eggs. The reason why I really wanted to make some of these is because I wanted some Easter eggs that were easy to store for one, not big and bulky like the plastic ones, and washable. Now what I did with the big piece, of course, is I folded it in half so that both sides of the egg, the front and back, when we fold it, can be patterned. And you put the bottom pouch piece on first so that when you're finished with the project and you turn it inside out, your bottom pouch piece will be on the bottom so none of your Easter goodies will fall out. So then you take the Easter egg template and draw around it, and it doesn't matter what you draw it with. I just used a pen because it was easiest. And you're going to sew around what you just drew. Now, take your time on these because curves are really hard to sew. So just take it slow, and it's okay if you mess up. That's what seam ripping's for. However, once you make a few of these, you are going to be a master at sewing curves. Trust me, it helped me out a lot. It was great practice. Then you are going to take some scissors, or it would be easier with some pinking shears, but I didn't have any at the time of recording this. So then you just cut around what you just sewed, and if you're not using pinking shears and just regular scissors, you're going to cut little bitty lines all the way around your Easter egg, trying not to cut the stitches that you just sewed, because I have done that and I had to redo everything, but you know what? It's okay. It is time to turn it inside out. When I was watching videos on how to make these Easter eggs, it kind of blew my mind how just turning inside out worked so well. I don't know why, but once you make them, you'll kind of understand how magical it is. Because my brain doesn't really work in 3D, and how you sew it just makes absolutely no sense. I don't know why, but who cares? Because they turned out so adorable and I absolutely love them. And you just throw your little piece of candy or a little goodie in there and you are ready for an Easter egg hunt. I love these. They're so cute and they store away perfectly. Highly recommend making these. So the next, we are going to make some Easter bunnies. I just drew out this little pattern. Again, you could probably find one online, but you just need a piece of fabric. When it is folded, it will fit your little bunny pattern with a little bit of room to sew. Now, you could just use 2 pieces of fabric wrong sides together, but to me, it's just easier to fold it because you don't have to worry about extra pins and making sure both of the fabric pieces align correctly. Now, on these really tight curves and corners, what I like to do is I stop right before the corner is going a different direction, put the needle all the way down, pop up the foot, and turn the fabric. That is the easiest way to get the tight corners. Then you are going to take some stuffing and you are going to stuff the bunny. I use some chopsticks because the ears are kind of hard to stuff because they're so tiny. Also, I completely forgot to mention, you don't sew up the bunny completely, so you need to leave a gap to stuff it. And then when you're done stuffing, at this point is when you close up the bottom. And then I ordered some pinking shears. I ordered these from Amazon, and technically they're not real pinking shears. They're just scalloped scissors for fabric, but I absolutely love them. I think it gives such a cute detail around the bunny. I'm not gonna lie. It was a pretty hard process to get all the curves, but with a little bit of practice, I guarantee you will be making bunnies like nobody's business. I think they turned out so adorable, and I absolutely love them. So next, we are going to do some quilted crosses. And of course, I had to throw some Jesus in here because he's the reason for the season. Easter is such a fantastic celebration of victory over death because Jesus took the sins of the world upon himself and was crucified in our place. Then he rose from the grave 3 days later, giving us everlasting life if we believe in him. So what I do on these quilted crosses is I have a folded in half piece of fabric and shove some batting in between the two pieces of fabric, and I just sew as straight as I can lines in this diagonal crisscross diamond pattern something or other. You can do whatever you want. This is just what I decided to do. Is there a better way of doing this? Probably, but this is the way I found. And then I just cut out this little cross pattern that I drew, and I just go back and forth around the edges, because I feel like it gave like a really cute like vintage look, and it helped secure all of my stitching. Now I will say, if you're planning on reusing these patterns like over and over and over again, I would definitely be careful and try not to sew the pattern to the fabric, which you can just pull it off like I did here, but it definitely eats up the pattern and it's kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie, but it's okay. It turned out cute, and that's all that matters. I also did 2 different thread colors for the bobbin and the regular thread because I just thought it would look cute. And now I'm just cutting around the edge of the cross. Of course, you could use pinking shears, but I really didn't want to. I kind of wanted to give it like a cute little frayed edge to match the vintageness, and I am kind of glad I did because it turned out so cute. I absolutely love it. Well, I hope you had a happy Easter. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you come back for more fun videos in the future. See you later.